Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Can't believe I'm saying this, but Call of Duty may have just saved Warzone. There was a lot of skepticism, I guess you could say, for Warzone this year. Quite literally just the other day, I posted a video saying, I'm very worried about the future of Warzone because especially at launch, it doesn't seem like much is coming that's that exciting outside of 2 POIs on Verdansk. We're gonna have to wait a while for the Blackout experience and Avalon and everything. Well, Call of Duty posted this late last night. They never post anything on Fridays, it seems like, especially at like 4:30, 4:45 is when this ended up dropping, but we've got a new community update, funny enough, titled the exact same way as Battlefield's community update, Warzone. Road to Season 1, brand new community update that details some significant changes to how they are approaching Warzone for the future. Really, seemingly, while it's not physically a standalone game yet, I imagine that happens with Modern Warfare 4 though, they're treating Warzone like a standalone game. So let's dive into this. Let's see what's up. Hey everyone, with all the exciting Black Ops 7 updates coming out of Treyarch these last few weeks, we wanted to take a moment and share some updates about our own Warzone updates as we draw closer to Season 1. Our focus for the year ahead boils down to 3 pillars: Battle Royale, Resurgence, and the future of the game. So when it comes to Battle Royale, this is the foundation which we've built every new mode, feature, and memorable moments. And while we continue to innovate across the entire game, we feel it's important that BR remains a cornerstone of what we do. I won't lie, this past year, I feel like Battle Royale was neglected pretty heavily. It got Verdansk, and that was literally it. Otherwise, it was just basically Resurgence, it seemed like, and it's kind of felt like that way for a while, if I'm being honest. That's why we are expanding Battle Royale to include support for multiple large maps via map rotation. While it wasn't previously realistic for us to host multiple large maps, we've since taken the necessary steps to support it. This won't be a launch feature, so that's a little bit of a bummer, but it will be a key addition slated for early next year. Ladies and gentlemen, we have asked for this forever, to have Verdansk and Al Mazrah, Verdansk and Urzikstan, Verdansk and this map, that map, whatever the case is. Ultimately, it'll be Verdansk and Avalon and maybe something else. Big map rotation is gonna go crazy. There are people out there who loved Al Mazrah but weren't huge fans of Urzikstan, and it's like, man, I'd love to play MW3 Warzone in this movement and these updates, but on Al Mazrah. Or now, I'd love to play the Black Ops 6 movement and updates, but on Urzikstan, or whatever the case is, right? We're gonna be able to do so now, and I hope they sort of involve the community here. Hey, this month, should we have Verdansk and Avalon? Should we have Verdansk and Al Mazrah? What should our map rotation be? I think that'd be sick to have, and a really good way to involve the community. Back in the spring with the re-release of Verdansk, we announced that we'd approach change more deliberately to preserve the original Warzone experience. We still stand by that, but we're going to increase how often we release updates and refine the way we surface new features to you. This year has been very underwhelming for updates, I won't lie. The goal is balance, keep things moving without forgetting about seasonal support and quality of life improvements. Basically, this year was launch of a season, we got some updates. Mid-season, we got some updates. Most of the time, it felt like even less, and then there was really nothing in between. This coming off of Modern Warfare 3 Warzone, which had great support and constant updates, was a huge letdown. So them going back to that style of standard consistent updates is huge. In Resurgence, we hear you loud and clear. Rebirth Island and the broader Resurgence experience has started to feel stale. I entirely agree. I play a lot of Rebirth because it's easy to get footage, it's easy to get gameplay and feel weapons, especially off the launch of them when they're new and fresh. To see what they're actually engaging like and to see how they behave in game and perform in game. Whereas in Verdansk, you have to sort of chance it. You're only getting the one life. So like I play Rebirth for that, for my content specifically, to make my life a little bit easier. But man, the gameplay is boring. So to start, we're delivering a full refresh to Rebirth in Season 2, which includes new POIs, love that, a cosmetic pass so it's going to look different, and several other upgrades that improve flow. The launch of the new Haven's Hollow map in Season 1 will be another big step in spicing up Resurgence. These past months, we've made changes based on feedback received during early previews of Haven's Hollow. The newest version of the map has already received lots of positive reactions during Next and in our internal testing, setting the stage for what we hope becomes a standout addition to the game. As always, we look forward to hearing your feedback. Shortly after launch, we're going to bring back map rotation to Resurgence and we'll swap between Rebirth and Haven's Hollow. We're also going to be exploring opportunities to bring back past maps in future seasons. An improved version of Fortune's Keep is underway as we speak. Our goal is to ensure that each map has room to shine without sidelining the ones that you love most. So Fortune's Keep's returning, Haven Hollow is going to debut. Obviously, Rebirth will still be in the mix. A little bit of something for everyone. I can't wait to play Fortune's Keep on the current movement with Omni movement. I think it's got a chance to play really, really well. Looking ahead, this is where things get even more exciting, and keep in mind as we're going through all these updates, all these announcements here, if you guys enjoy the video, a like rating is always seriously appreciated. If you're new to the channel, you want to ensure you're always up to date with everything going on in COD, this is the place to be, so feel free to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications. Around 56% of viewers watching the videos are not currently subscribed, so if that's you, I'd love to have you change that and help us get closer to hitting 1 million subs. But looking ahead, we are hard at work exploring what the future of Warzone looks like. This means making significant, meaningful improvements on multiple fronts. In the coming weeks, we're going to share a deep dive on how we intend to deliver a higher frequency of updates. Love that. With a larger emphasis on balance changes, no less than twice per season, so the meta is going to feel fresh a lot. Our approach to weapon and attachment balance is fundamentally shifting. I'm going to have a separate video on this in the coming days, so stay tuned, which means redefined roles at launch followed by multiple balance passes per season with adjustments entirely unique to Warzone. Regular updates will extend beyond weapons to include shifts in ground loot, perks, equipment, contracts, and much more. That all sounds like good news to me. Next month, we'll be sharing our seasonal roadmap followed by a playlist blog. LTMs will be designed to give our teams a fast and flexible yet controlled way to play around with new ideas. A testing ground for experimental features such as a wall jump and a grapple hook. So they're going to have LTMs where we can test a wall jump feature in Warzone or test grapple hooks in Warzone. I've been asking for that for quite some time, so that's great to see as well. You'll see the return of several favorites throughout the year, such as buybacks, another thing I've been asking for a while, which will appear as a part of the new weekend only playlist. And something tells me they're eventually going to branch out to week playlists because weekend only on some of the best LTMs, players are going to be asking for them to stick around longer. Alongside brand new modes, such as one that fast tracks you to your loadout. So I'd imagine something you just load in and you get your loadout right away. In Season 2, we'll be leaning even harder into the content our competitive community loves most. Expect more ranked play camos than ever before. Happy to hear that. I don't play ranked unless there's good camos, quite frankly. We know how important a good private match tool is. We also know that it deserves more attention. On that note, we plan to mold it into what you need to compete at your best over the coming year. So when Season 1 drops, you'll have the ability to remove players directly from the private match menu as a match begins. And finally, we couldn't be more excited for the arrival of our new Blackout experience on Avalon during Season 2. The success of post-launch modes like Resurgence has proven the value of taking bold but intentional risks, and we believe this will embody exactly that. So Blackout is going to be an LTM in a sense, but it's going to be the Blackout experience. Now, I am still a little bit worried on the phrasing here. Like, is it just going to be Warzone with no loadouts, or is it going to be full on, you loot every attachment, you loot every perk, it's a limited time perk, so you activate it and then you go? Like, is it true Blackout, or is it just Warzone with no loadouts? They really got to specify on that before I'm fully on board. Like, I love the sound of it. I love the, thought of Blackout being back, but I am hesitant there. Our team is incredibly excited, and there's much more to come. Stay tuned for an upcoming Warzone intel drop with more details and a first look at some of the updates on the way. And we'll, of course, be covering that right as it ends up happening, but this is very exciting news overall. I mean, truly, they are finally taking the steps, and again, I fully believe this is because of the pressure. Battlefield Battle Royale drops next week, according to the rumors. That's putting a ton of pressure on Warzone. And this is in a year where Warzone, really the hype for it, the sentiment around it is at an all-time low. The game is down bad. Let's just put it bluntly. So them taking these steps, all of which basically are things that we've been requesting for years in some cases, is great. I'm glad that it's finally happening. I don't believe in the whole too little too late for COD because it quite literally could flip instantly year to year. You could have the best year of COD ever, and then the next year it's just not a good game and it could be absolutely abysmal, and then the next year they bring it back. Like, it's entirely on a year-to-year basis. I don't really think the whole too little too late thing is a true thing, and how Call of Duty approaches its titles and how different they can be from a design standpoint. But this to me all reads like good news. I like what I am reading. Soon enough though, I'm gonna want to like what I'm playing and feeling, right? So while these words are awesome and this blog is awesome and I'm very excited for it, I hope it all ends up being executed as good as it reads right now. Obviously, we'll be covering things as needed as they announce more stuff here in the coming days and weeks. So if you want to make sure you're in the know for everything going on, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you enjoyed this video, you're excited for some of these changes in Warzone, be sure to drop a like on your way out. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.